Yeah, now, as you were saying, I'm Coach DJ here at Texas Phenoms.
Coach Brace.
As we were talking, as I was getting my Moscow Mule, we were talking about how people talk about stealing players and stuff like that. He was asking me, and I'm like, and I looked at him like, you can't steal players. There's no such thing as stealing players. Like, I mean, when people say that, it's kind of funny to me when you say stealing players. How can you steal a player? Let's think about that for a second. How can you steal a player? Like, we're going to steal them, put them on the court, and they're going to be happy. I mean, that's damn it like kidnapping to me. You know what I'm saying? If a player, no, my brother Byron says it best. Don't nobody have contract on these players. Nobody. So, if a player is so say, as these people say, is getting stole, they want to be stolen. That's how that goes. What you feel about that?
I don't really like the term stealing players. For one, I feel like, per definition, for something to be stole, it has to be owned, and nobody owns any players. These players are if the goal for club, AAU, summer, or whatever is to get girls to college or boys or get players to college, whatever's in their best interest, like if one organization can give them an opportunity that another organization can't, then said organization shouldn't feel any kind of way about helping another organization helping this child if helping the child is the number one priority. Anytime there's a issue with quote unquote stealing players, to me that just shows that the child's best interest isn't the number one priority.
Man, we talking about stole, I'm on this Moscow Mule. I feel like the Russians really stole data from folks around this motherfucker, man. But now, to get back with it, and one thing about me, I've heard some people don't want to go to certain people's turns just because they feel like they steal players. I mean, man, stop tricking these parents out here, man. Man, let people know why you're doing this. Like, there's no way in the world that we worry about one of our players leaving. If they leave, hey, that was to their best interest. Matter of fact, we had three or four leave before this year that I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to get. And then, all of a sudden they were gone. But that's a family decision. Like, hey, what's best for them? Like, so it really gets to me, like, when I hear people say that, like, stealing players, like, wow, like, I mean, how, where's your mindset at? What makes you think you own these kids? Like, you don't. I mean, everybody's out for the best opportunity. Like, evidently, if this kid was they in Little League with somebody else before they got to you? I mean, so did you steal them? Like, I mean, it's crazy to me. But, I see it when I do get on social media. He's a social media guy. And when he tell me things and I see things and I go say, I'm like, man, these dudes got to be crazy to say stuff like that. And then you got other cities and other states that'll say something like, hey, Texas, don't stay in Texas, don't. So, stay in Texas. So, do you tell schools that's not in the state that you're in, stay there too? Come on, man. One thing about this game that I think that people are forgetting is about the kids. It's about the kids. Don't get me wrong. And anybody can say what they want to. When we get in it, sometimes you get egos. You think it's about you. At one point, just a little bit, I had to snap up out of it. I thought it's about Coach DJ. It wasn't at all. Because at the end of the day, when they sign, especially girls, when they sign them scholarships, man, all you do is get a pat on the back, thank you, coach. And that's all you get. So it ain't about you, it's about what you're doing for these kids. But sometimes, I think a lot of coaches have egos that it's about them. I see a lot of people, coaches and trainers, they'll sit there and say, oh, yeah, I made this kid, or their parents made him. You know what I'm saying? So when they first started dribbling the ball, do we give them people credit? Like, come on, man. I mean, these kids, let's give these kids the credit they needed. They the ones that's working hard or whatever they doing. If they come into your training, they're the ones that get into your training to want to train. So, I mean, stop taking credit for these kids, man. Stop doing that, you know. And it's a lot of coaches doing that. And let's make it what it's all about anyway. It's about the kids. Coach, you're not getting a scholarship. Them days are over. You'll never see that again.
You sure?
That's Coach. You're not getting a scholarship. That's over with. You'll never see that again. You know, no matter how you want to slice it up and say it, those days are over with, partner. I mean, hey, it's about the kids. I'm on this Moscow Mule, so I'm not being myself, so y'all see that. But that's real talk, though. Since people want to put it on Twitter, real talk, that's real talk. Because it got brought to my attention. But yeah, you know, that's what I'm on. Then you got some coaches, you know, it just gets me like, I love when these kids enjoy this recruiting process and what they're going through, all kids. Like I say, you know, at the end of the day, all these coaches that's volunteering their time, you got to give them a thumbs up because, you know, they're taking time away from their families, job or whatnot. You got to give them a thumbs up. You got to respect that. But let the kids enjoy it. Let the kids enjoy it, please. Like, I mean, when you see kids on there, I got an offer here, I got an offer here, I got an offer here. That's fine. Let them kids enjoy that. That's the work that they put in. Let them do that. But when you got a coach that sits right there and says, oh, hey, this kid got this offer from here. Coach, really? Really, coach? Come on, man.